Imagine a country so powerful it doesn't need to threaten anyone. No warnings, no countdown, just one decision, and the world reacts. Stock markets shake, currencies fall, governments panic. This is not a movie, this is real power. When people think of power, they imagine tanks and missiles. But true power is quieter. It moves money, controls information, shapes reality. Today, we're asking one question. How powerful is the strongest country in the world? Militarily, this country is unmatched. It spends more on defense than entire regions combined. Hundreds of military bases across the planet. Aircraft carriers that act like mobile cities. Satellites watching every corner of Earth. If it wanted to, it could strike anywhere in minutes. But that's not how it usually wins. Economic supremacy. Real power doesn't reside in armies. It lives in the economy. This nation's currency is the undisputed backbone of global trade. Oil is priced in it. Debt is measured in it. National reserves are stored in it. When this country prints money, the entire world feels the inflation. When it raises interest rates, other nations struggle to breathe. Entire economies have been shattered not by bombs, not by invasion, but by its sanctions alone. Now look at technology. The biggest technology companies on Earth come from this one country. Companies that don't just build products, they build ecosystems. Phones carried in billions of pockets. Apps open hundreds of times a day. Social networks where opinions are formed, movements are born, and narratives spread. Cloud systems storing government data, business secrets, and personal lives. Billions of people depend on these platforms without even realizing it. Every message, every search, every click, all of it becomes data. Data flowing through servers owned, protected, and regulated by this one country. And in the modern world, data is not just information. Data is influence. Data is leverage. And data is power. Power doesn't always feel aggressive. Sometimes it feels familiar. Movies watched worldwide. Music played everywhere. Brands worn on every continent. Even people who criticize this country consume its culture daily. That's not coincidence. That's influence. International organizations, trade routes, security alliances. This country didn't join the system. It designed it. Global rules often reflect its interests. And when it changes direction, the world adjusts. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The strongest country doesn't control the world by force. It controls the connections. Money, technology, culture, dependence. The world is tied to it. And that makes its power almost invisible and incredibly dangerous. So how powerful is the world's strongest country? Powerful enough that it doesn't need to speak loudly. Powerful enough that one quiet decision can move markets, shift alliances, and change lives across the planet. Its power isn't always visible. It doesn't always come with warnings or headlines. Sometimes nothing happens at all. And yet, everyone reacts. Because true power doesn't rely on fear alone. It relies on influence, dependence, and control over systems the world cannot escape. In a world disconnected, silence can travel faster than missiles. And when the strongest country chooses not to act, that silence can be louder than war.